Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. Today's video is going to be on how to get luxurious, beautiful, thick, that's the word, thick hair. And this here that I'm going to share with you guys is a family recipe. I have tweaked it through the years. It is amazing, amazing. But if you're wondering, like, okay, look, my hair's up in a bun, right? And it's dirty. And in the video last night, I have no makeup on. My hair is completely dirty as well. But today is even more dirty. That's why it's in a bun, because I'm about to go to the gym, go to the chiropractor, do my things today, and it looks horrible. But I'm going to take it down just so you guys can actually see how much hair I have. This is proven, guys. This recipe that I'm going to show you guys, and mind you, my recipe is like 1,000% more healthy than most recipes out there. So it's actually going to give you more nutritional factors than most of these recipes that you will watch. So I'm going to take my hair down and then I'll just put it right back up. So my hair, like I said, is filthy dirty. I know that sounds so bad to say, but it's filthy dirty, okay? It is 3 or 4 days dirty. And you guys can see how much hair I have, right? You guys can see how thick my hair is. It's like I have a lot. And most people know when your hair is like super dirty, it's normally super, super flat. And like bleh, blah, blah. I can't tell you, my hair is like, ooh, I put some dry shampoo in it because it's so bad. But if you're wondering how I get my hair this thick, I'm going to show you guys in the next clip. So let's go ahead and just roll on over to that clip right now. Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. Today, I'm going to show you guys something very different than what I normally do on this channel. I'm going to show you guys how to get yourself and your children to have extremely thick hair. And this is not just me telling you guys to do this. This isn't actually like professionals telling you. This is the reason that Mexicans, Central Americans, South Americans, like people in countries that eat beans, yeah, I said beans, have thick hair. My ancestors come from Mexico and Spain. A little bit of English. A little bit of English. A horrible accent. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, so you guys have always complimented me on my hair. Knock on wood. You know, act like you're rubbing my hair because that's like a superstition around with us. You know, like if you compliment somebody, you gotta touch it. Just touch your phone because I don't want nothing bad to happen to my hair. But new research shows that if you are raised from a very young age and you grow up eating beans all your life, that your hair will be super thick. It doesn't matter your race, your color, it doesn't matter anything like that. Hair is hair. It doesn't matter the texture of your hair or what race you are. My hair is dirty, but you guys can see how much hair I have. It's because we ate beans. You know, beans are a staple in Texas. Bean and cheese tacos, that's a big thing. You know, beans are huge. Now, I'm going to show you guys a recipe. And you know what? You're going to freak out when you see my recipe. I know you're going to freak out. Okay, you're going to be like, what the hell? I ain't doing that, Christina. That's just craziness. My recipe is worldwide famous, at least in my cul-de-sac and amongst all my family members. Anytime we have a party here at the house, that is the #1 thing people ask me for are my beans. When I give them the recipe, they're like, no way. If I even tell them the recipe prior to making it, they're like, that's going to be disgusting. And then they eat it and they're obsessed. Anytime we have a function, a party, that's what people take. They don't take my chicken. They don't take my potatoes. They take my beans. And they actually ask me, for Christmas, can you make me some beans? Because my beans, I'm actually going to give my family secret to you guys. I have tweaked it through the years. It is amazing. Just trust me on this. Please, just trust me. When you make this, you are going to be blown away with the flavor. And I know it's going to sound weird, and I know it's going to be a little funky ingredients here and there, but when it comes together at the end, you are going to be like, wow, life changed instantly. Thank you, Christina. I'm actually going to be making these in a pressure cooker. I'm going to use the 6-quart Instant Pot to make these beans. You can make it on the stove. Preferably, I like making it in a pressure cooker just because I don't know, to me, it's much quicker. Instead of 10 hours on the stove, you got 45 minutes in the pressure cooker. And they are more healthy than most beans out there because I do not put salt or fats and all this stuff that other people put in their foods. So I'm going to show you guys how I make it so that hopefully you guys really embrace the beans and see a difference from eating them for a long time in your hair thickness. Yes, especially if you've got children, guys. Come on, don't you want them to have luxurious, thick, beautiful hair? Let's go ahead and just roll on over to that recipe. Okay, so yes, what you're seeing here are black beans. We want 2 cups of black beans to 4 cups of pinto beans. We're going to take these to, and don't freak out. Yes, the black beans are really important in this recipe, and they're not going to taste like black beans, trust me. So we're going to take this over to the sink. We're going to fill it with water, and we're going to rinse these a few times until the water is squeaky, squeaky clean. So do you see how the water is still dirty? You can't see the beans very clearly. So I'll put some hot water in here, and I will keep doing this over and over, just kind of rubbing the beans together. So what I'm doing is I'm washing them just with water, guys. Not with any soap or anything like that, like some of you guys have asked. But yes, we're just doing this, and then we're going to drain the water over and over until the water is really clear. You can see the difference when the water is clear and how clean you can see. Now, I know that they recommend never to go over the max fill line, which the max fill line, if I were to put my nail in, is about that much over the max fill line, which is like, what, ½ an inch over the max fill line. Now we're going to fill it up with our stuff that we need. Okay, let's get started. So you can see when the beans have been sitting here, they've only been sitting here for like 2-3 minutes. You can see that the dye from the black beans will start kind of making the water a little bit darker. But when you rinsed them and you moved them around, you can see that, oh, actually right there, you can see the dye from the black beans right there. That is good and yummy, believe it or not. You want that, but you want to make sure when you immediately rinse them that doesn't happen and the water is clear. Okay, so if you want to be lazy, you can buy, I'll post a picture of what you can buy right here. Okay, so if you want to be lazy and you don't want to have to chop up an onion and all that stuff, you can buy this right here at Walmart or whatever. It is just pre-chopped bell peppers and onions, right? You would throw that whole bag in here instead of doing this fresh like this. This is going to be fresh, but you can get this bag that I was talking about and just dump it in here and skip that step. So here's a half of a ginormous onion. We're going to throw that in here. We're going to get 2 jalapenos just cut off the top. I keep the seeds because it adds some heat to the beans. If you don't want any heat, well, actually, no. You need at least 1 of these. If you don't want the heat, just take out the seeds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a bunch of bell peppers in here. So we're just going to throw, yeah, bell peppers. Just like that. So this is just ground pepper. Check it out. Check it out. About that much. You can see we just did a good sprinkle. We're going to get some oregano. And we're going to get the oregano flakes. And a good amount. You guys can see how much I put in there. And even though the name got kind of wiped away, this is cumin. Okay, so I'm going to take half a heaping tablespoon of cumin and just sprinkle it in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take 1 whole tablespoon because I'm going to grab some more. Sprinkle it in there. So you're like, okay, it's good. I don't see nothing freaky about it. Black beans, brown beans, like spices, the whole bit, right? Now you're going to freak a little bit. Yes, that is what you see. Peanut butter. I'm going to get, this is how much peanut butter. And it has to be creamy, guys. This is, look at how heaping that is. Heaping tablespoon. That's probably like 2.5 tablespoons, right? And then I'm going to get rid of this on the beans because it's not going to come off the spoon. So I kind of just circle it into the beans like that. Now, what is this? Yep, it's tomato paste. I'm going to take half a tablespoon of tomato paste. Okay, so 90% of the time I do that frozen bag of this stuff, that bag, this one right here. And it's the perfect amount of water. But because I don't have that bag and I kind of just eyeballed it, I think I put a little bit too much water because I don't want it to overflow. And you can see it's super, super close to the top. So I think I'm just going to go in here and drain out a little bit of water. So it's about maybe 3/4 of an inch over the fill line. We're going to lock it and make sure that it's going to pressurize and it's not going to vent. Put the lid on, it's closed. We're going to go to beans, 45, and let it start. Okay, so at this point, you're probably like, there's no salt. That's going to be disgusting. You just put peanut butter and you just put tomato paste and you just put all this crazy stuff together. Trust me, we are going to season this with salt, and it's not just salt at the end. And you're going to be like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Just trust me. Just go along the journey with me. And I'll be back after 45 minutes. After this thing has already pressurized, it's already cooked, and we are ready to taste. Guys, it has been 45 minutes. 45 minutes is up. I'm going to show you guys how to release the pressure. But this is the next ingredient. Yes, this is going to this is going to be your seasoning. It's all you're going to need from this point forward. This is it. This is going to be your salt. And we're only adding 2 heaping tablespoons of chicken. This is chicken flavor bouillon by Knorr, right? Only 2 tablespoons for 6 quarts of beans. Yes, that's it. This has a little bit of oil in it already. I believe it's palm oil, which palm oil is not great. I get it. Don't hate. Don't come for me, but this is what I use. This actually gives it the most flavor. We season it afterwards, so we're going to use less than if you were to actually be cooking these with the salt or with the Knorr. You would actually use double the amount, believe it or not. But because we want to be healthy, and I know you're thinking, well, 2 tablespoons of chicken flavor, that's not enough for these beans. Trust me, it is the perfect amount for these beans. So I'm going to show you how to release the pressure, and we're going to put this in the beans. So we have turned it off. We just turned it off after it stopped counting down. Sometimes it's better to get like a spoon or something to do it. Oh, that will happen, just so you know, because we filled it so much. So it's better if the pressure releases by itself, but if you don't want to wait, you can always do this. Get a towel. And let it absorb in the towel. Honestly, it's best if you can let this just sit for like 30 to 40 minutes and all the pressure will go down by itself. But if you don't want to wait and you're impatient, you just put a towel on top. This towel will be sopping wet when we're done. Okay, guys, so it's nearly done. I'm going to lift this up so you guys can see. Ooh, it's still got steam coming out. I did forget to tell you that it will kind of stain your towel. Check it out. You see? That's the bean splatter. That's the splatter that we covered. And the towel is very wet. I should have put a dark towel on here. Okay, so all the pressure's out. The little thingy went down so we can open it. Let's open it together. And this is hot because that towel was on there. Yep, that's what it looks like. Now, watch, check it out. I'm gonna squish this all down. And you have the most amazing beans in here, right? This is the reason that I can overfill it a little, is because check it out. Those beans absorb most all that liquid. I'm gonna sprinkle 1, mix it, and 2. Make sure that you mix this all the way through, because you might think, oh, it's too salty. But that's because you haven't let the chicken bouillon flavor go all the way to the bottom. This here is total personal preference, but I get an emergent blender right here. You can put a little of this in the blender, but I get a little emergent blender and I do this. I get those big chunks that you see, the jalapenos, the bell peppers, and I blend it a little bit. That's all I'm gonna blend it. That's it, right? And what this will do, it will create like a more of a creamy base. Now you're gonna see, you see? That's what we did with the blender. Now we're just gonna stir, stir, stir. And you're gonna see how it thickens and it looks super, super creamy. So when I pull it out, oh, hold on, I don't want the jalapeno. You guys can see how it's much more creamier. I'm gonna let this cool, and then I'm gonna put it in these plastic containers and then stick them in the freezer. Ooh, look at that. Okay, guys, so this is the beans. Look, as they cool, you guys can see, as they cool, they even get thicker. And why? Because that chicken bouillon actually has a little bit of cornstarch. So it actually gets a little bit thicker. But look at this. Look at the consistency of them. They are beautifully cooked. These are super, super hot, but we're going to try them together. I mean, amazing, like beyond amazing. I can't even emphasize how freaking amazing they are. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and watching my videos. Mwah! I hope we have a better new year. I hope we get rid of this Corona body figure because I am done and tired. Oh, and by the way, beans have fiber, protein, help you go to the restroom, and all those other little goodies we put in there are much healthier, especially when you have your vegetables. Is it vegetable? Yeah, vegetables. The bell pepper, or is that a fruit? Is a bell pepper a fruit or vegetable? I don't know. Don't kill me here. Onions, things like that. When you have those in there, it becomes more healthy. I do want to tell you guys, I never refry my beans. I will take them, all of the beans, I will put them in small containers, like the, the plastic Tupperware containers. I will take them and fill them all up and freeze them. Yes, they are in the freezer for months. They can be in there for months. You just take it out, pop it on the stove, let it defrost, blend it up. I personally like to smash them. Some people like to get an emergent blender and blend them, make them really, really creamy, or just eat them whole like that. They are amazing, creamy and amazing, but they will last you for months. Okay, so I packaged up about 3 quarts for Karen and her kiddos, and Karen's gonna describe the flavor for you guys.
Gosh, super hot. Okay, of course. Fresh, thank you for making some for us. Ooh, you put some, what are these? Tomatoes.
No.
Onions?
No.
What are these?
That's always been in there.
What is this?
That's a bell pepper.
You put bell pepper on it?
Oh yeah, I've never given you the recipe.
No. Okay. That's home.
Uh-huh.
How I like it.
Okay, Karen, how do you like the beans?
Really good, but I like eating them with Albertsons chips.
Mm-hmm. And then what else do you normally put on top of your beans?
Sharp cheddar.
She loves sharp, so bean and cheese nachos, kind of.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, once again, mwah, love you. Let's have a better new year, better year, and let's get healthy. Let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.